Hello, my darling. So no, I definitely was not married when I got my 4 marriage proposals. Back in 1997, I was living in LA, and my current boyfriend at the time, Ed, I was leaving him, and at the airport before I left, he was like, will you marry me? There was no ring. He wasn't on one knee. I didn't take him seriously. I then had my ex in London pick me up from the airport. We'll call him John. And he picked me up from the airport, and he pretty much asked me to marry him as well when I landed. So that was 2. Then I was kind of freaking out a bit and just going, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? So I decided to run away onto there was a freight ship that was going to be sailing from Germany to Russia. Another whole fucking story. Anyway, so I'd arranged to go away on that. And just before I left to do that, my ex Chip, his father died, and he was completely broken. And so he drove. I said to him, look, just jump in the car. Oh no, jump in the train and come to me and I'll look after you. So he arrived in Devon at my mum's, and again, this is like 2 marriage proposals, no rings, not on your knees, not begging. No, joking. But like there's nothing serious going on there. So then Chip got to me and he asked me to marry him as well. And I was like, fucking hell. But his dad had just died. So I just thought, well, he's not serious about that either. Because obviously his dad just died. Plus, no ring. No, not on knees. And then I ran away onto this freight ship and I went sailing around the North Sea. And I ended up getting, in inverted commas, kidnapped. Because I was supposed to just go for a 10-day trip, and the freight ship had got to somewhere like Denmark, and they were like, we're not going back to Germany. You can either stay on board and keep going with us, or you can get off here in Denmark. And I was like, well, I have no money. I've got no way of being able to get home, so I'll just stay on board. And so it was like me and 2 other guys or 3 other guys. And I ended up having a very sexy time with one of the people on the boat. And, oh my God, it was so... that's a whole other story as well. Anyway, so we'll call him... What will we call him? Dave. So me and Dave started to have this very... another story. Anyway, so then after I don't know, about 2-3 months of being on this boat, it felt like 2-3 months, I don't actually remember how long it was, I then, because I fell in love with Dave on the boat, he then said, let's go to Portugal together. So I then went back to the UK, picked up my car, came to Germany, picked up Dave, and then Dave and I drove all the way from Germany to Portugal. Another story. And while we're in Portugal, he was telling everybody that we were going to be getting married. And all of his family were just like, oh my God, when's he going to ask you? And I'm just like, what the fuck? And so, yeah, that was marriage proposal number 4 in Portugal. And then I ended up dumping Dave because Dave was just a dick. I wasn't expecting that. I dumped Dave because he was a dick. And actually when I dumped Dave, I was catching the ferry from Bilbao back to England because I was just done. I wanted to get out. It was so stressful. I was just like, oh my God, you're such a control freak and you're just a nasty bastard. Because obviously we'd spent all this time driving through. We're still friends, by the way. But at the time I was just like, I hate you. And I'd said to him, you've got to pay your way because I wasn't going to financially support him or anything like that. And just as I had a Golf at the time and I had a sunroof, and just as I was driving onto the boat, he threw a wad of cash into the roof of the car, And as I was driving onto the boat, I saw the cash flew in, and I literally grabbed it. And just as I was driving onto the ferry thing, I took the cash and I just threw it out the window. And I was like, I don't fucking need your money. And so, yeah, that was the end of Dave. So, yeah, that was my 4 marriage proposals. But there's like a whole bunch of other stories that are muddled into that little foray of my life.